Hey everybody, how you doing? This is going to be one in a series of videos I'm going to make on the TurnsPro motorized panning head with an emphasis on using it for a GoPro camera. I've had my TurnsPro for about a month now, and I really enjoy having the ability to add motion to my videos in time-lapse photography. All the videos in this series will be in a dedicated playlist. See in the description below to get to that playlist. Remember to check in the video description a link to the playlist of all of these TurnsPro videos that I am making. In the other videos, we found out that there is a small protective carrying case available to us for our TurnsPro motorized panning head. And the other video, how to install, put on a 360-degree compass scale using the lid of the packaging of the TurnsPro. Okay, this video here is going to give you some general tips on how to use this panning head, whether or not you have this compass scale modification. The most important thing to remember about this TurnsPro panning head, whether you have this compass scale or not, is when you input your settings and then activate it. When the TurnsPro starts its motion, it is from what I call a dead center. It is the very front of the TurnsPro where that action starts, whether it's a rotation or a pan. So here I've got my GoPro on it and it is facing forward. But let's just say the last pan that I did a rotation, the GoPro is faced in this direction. If I were to input some new parameters into the display and wanted it to activate those parameters, it would start at this point. If you wanted to do a 360-degree turn, it would start at this point. This base down here where you screw on your quick connect, you can grab this gently and turn it to dead center. You can turn it in any direction that you want. Just be real careful and gentle. There's no resistance. It's not forcing you or anything like that. Okay, I'm going to focus on the panning here right now instead of a full rotation. Okay, you can have it pan one way and back and forth. One way is just as it implies, you set your parameters, and back and forth, it'll go back and forth in the degrees of angle that you have set in the settings. Something very important to remember about the back and forth pan when you set the time. The time that you input on the display is the time for one sweep of the pan. So if you're doing a 180-degree back and forth pan, it is going to take 2 minutes, 1 minute per each sweep. So take that into consideration. If you want that sweep to only be 1 minute in length, input 30 seconds. Okay, you're going to do a 180-degree pan back and forth. You've got this installed on your tripod and it's facing forward. Now, you can set the tripod up any way you want to where you want to have the pan started, but sometimes that just might not be applicable. So in this case, I've got the tripod, say it's facing this way here, and I'm doing a 180-degree pan back and forth. Remember, when it starts, it doesn't care which way the camera is focused. So now here with this compass scale on there, 180 is pretty easy. So what you would do is just simply turn the camera, say you're doing a clockwise pan, turn the camera to the left 90 degrees, input your settings, press start, and then it will pan to the right 180 degrees, stop, and then pan to the left and then stop. Okay, I misspoke. On the pan back and forth, when it reaches the end of its cycle, it does not stop. It just keeps on going. So anyway, here I've got a 180-degree back and forth pan set up for an 8-second duration. So that'll mean 8 seconds in each sweep. I've got my GoPro facing 270 degrees or to the left because I want the sweep to start there and then go to the right. Let's watch this in action. and it'll just keep on going. Okay, 180 degree pan is pretty easy. Let's say it's something less than that. I took the GoPro off so we can see the scale just a little bit better. All right, so you got the GoPro in there, you're framing up your shot, and you're not sure what degree that you really want. Well, you can do that through the view screen or the app. I've got the silver, so I have the view screen on the back of my GoPro, or the app. And so you got your GoPro on the tripod, and you're wanting to frame your shot. So as you're looking at it, you turn this head to the point where you say, okay, that's where I want it to be. And in this case, we're going to say that's on 300. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. And then you want it to come and finish, say, at 30. Okay, so 300 to 360, or 0 straight up, is 60, and the 30 is 90. So that'd be a 90-degree sweep of the view that you wish to capture. Okay, real quickly, that's how you can use that compass scale. Even if you don't have the compass scale, you can, kind of figure it out in your mind, and like I said, frame up the shot. Without this scale being on there, you're kind of guessing as to how much of a degree of sweep that you need. A turn is pretty easy. A turn is a turn. The degrees, sometimes that can be a little aggravating trying to figure that out. I've done that many times with this. I've set in 45 degrees. That wasn't enough. It turned out to be 75 degrees. Anyway, take this for what you will, guys, and thank you very much.